Hi, it's Jess Otero again, teaching you about Power Excel. Today, we're going to pick up on where we were with our creating a database and a model. And we're going to first off create a cube formula. So cube formulas are very powerful and they spread all the way across your database, as opposed to an Excel formula, which really just controls what's in your spreadsheet. So in order to edit your cube and add a formula, we're going to click on our sales cube and select Edit Cube. And I'm going to get some facts about your cube. We're going to click on Formulas. And here we're going to go ahead and write a cube formula. In order to create a formula or start a formula, I'm going to click this formula button. And I'm going to choose from I want to choose from the accounts dimension the gross margin, because the formula that I'd like to create is to calculate the gross margin. So on the left-hand side of this equation, we use the curly brackets in the formula and we're indicating gross margin here. On the right-hand side of the formula, we use square bracket, and we're going to select what will create the gross margin calculation, which is gross profit divided by, and then again, we're going to divide it by sales. Counts and sales. I'm going to end it here. Now you could end your calculation here. We want to turn it into a percentage, so I'm just going to multiply by 100 so that it displays as a percent. And to close out the formula, we'll use a semicolon to tell the engine that's the end of the formula. So from here, we're going to save. And now once we start populating our database with numbers in Excel, we'll see that calculations start to work for us. So let's go ahead and check that out. Okay, so here we are. I've jumped over to Power Excel, which is an add-in inside of Excel. And this is the Power Excel ribbon, gives you a ton of options. And what we'll do in order to see the database that we created is we'll select New, and it's going to pull up our Power Excel on the right-hand side. And on the right-hand side, you'll see this looks like a pivot table, and it acts a lot like a pivot table. This Power Excel bar will show up, and it will allow you to connect to the database. And as soon as I choose my database and my cube, it's going to give me some default ways of laying this out. And here we have the default slice. And there's a lot of flexibility. You can change this view. This is just how it comes out of the box. If you're following along, this is what you're going to get.